6. I moved on instinct toward the apartment of that handsome guy from last night. I was an hour early. But what did it matter? I knocked. Hurried footsteps approached, and the door swung open. We both froze. "You," said the face I'd always envied, so beautiful it hurt. My surprise faded quickly. A slow smile spread across my lips. "Charlie." "What are you doing at Liam's?" she asked, uneasy, glancing back inside before looking at me as if she sensed something. I pushed past her. My world was already destroyed. I didn't need to pretend anymore. "What are you doing at your ex-boyfriend's place so late? Does Tristan know?" I asked casually. There was a mirror in the living room. As I spoke, I caught our reflection. An ordinary woman standing next to a beauty only looks uglier. I stared at the contrast with a twisted sense of satisfaction. The blow was painful, but also perversely stimulating, so much that I couldn't look away. Looking at my plain reflection, I slowly curled my lips into a half-smile. Charlie looked startled. "Since when are you two so close? You've only met once. Do you know about his habits?" The handsome guy, Liam, grinned. How could my dear sister not know her own brother's an addict? I wagged my finger.
Wrong.
"You're not my brother." I looked down at my hands. They were the only part of me I was ever proud of. Looking back, of all the compliments James gave me, only "your hands are beautiful" ever sounded sincere. I sighed. You were one of the 3 giants in my life. Charlie was terrified. "What's going on? What is this?" "You think you stole her man? You're so naive," Liam chuckled. "Explain this. What's happening?" Charlie was trembling, which almost made me laugh. Liam pointed at himself. "I took our mom's last name. She's my half-sister. She pays for my drugs, and I help set you up. Understand?" He was probably high, spilling everything openly. I didn't care anymore. All the pieces were in place. We just had to wait for the explosion. Liam swayed closer to Charlie.
"And me?"
"I only fought with you because she told me to. When that pretty boy Tristan offered to take you home, I was the one picking fights, making it easier for you two to fall into each other's arms.
Get it?"
Charlie stared in disbelief, like a naive Snow White, nothing like the woman who'd stolen her best friend's boyfriend. "Why are you doing this?" she asked me. I raised an eyebrow as I watched myself in the mirror. James often raised his eyebrow like that. I could never pull it off like he could. "You tell me first. Why did you come here?" I replied lightly. Charlie swallowed hard, hesitating. "He took nude photos of you, didn't he? And now he's blackmailing you. My brother always listens to me." I patted Charlie's cheek, speaking with mock concern. "That's why I told you shouldn't date addicts. Why were you so reckless back then? Sleeping with anyone good-looking?" "I didn't know until I came here tonight and found out." Charlie backed away, looking at me like I was a ghost. "Why are you pulling away?" "I'm your best friend," I said, stepping forward with a grin. Liam moved closer too. The two of us loomed over Charlie like wolves moving in on Little Red Riding Hood. Tears welled in her eyes. I've always hated her face. I wanted to peel it off and wear it myself. As we closed in, Liam got excited and started getting handsy. Charlie screamed, glanced at the coffee table, then suddenly grabbed a fruit knife from the tray. "Stay back. Don't come any closer." I laughed aloud, walked right up to her and whispered, "Remember in elementary school, every time you aced a test, what I'd say to you?" Charlie's voice trembled. You'd say you didn't want to live anymore. Good girl, I said, patting her cheek. Every time you got a perfect score, I got beaten half to death. My mom never understood. I could never measure up to you. I could never beat you. I moved behind Charlie, resting my hands on her shaking shoulders. But when I said I didn't want to live anymore, I meant it, so don't try to scare me with a knife. I'd welcome it. When Liam saw me holding Charlie, he stumbled over, grinning. Hold her tight. I need to blow off some steam. He was so out of it he forgot I was his sister, fumbling with his belt. I raised an eyebrow, smiled, took Charlie's hand, and whispered in her ear, "Let me help you grip the knife tighter." Before she could react, I shoved her forward. With our combined strength, the knife plunged deep into Liam's body. His eyes widened. He stiffened, gripping Charlie's hand, then crumpled to the floor, twitching. Watching him fall, blood pooling around him, I felt the wave of relief. 3 giants, but even they couldn't withstand the persistence of one determined fool. Charlie stared, then let out a piercing, heart-wrenching scream, like the most beautiful background music in the world, so soothing I could have closed my eyes and drifted off. As she screamed, I knelt beside Liam and whispered, "You know, when we were kids, I used to sneak over to your school to see if you were really as outstanding as they said." Liam couldn't speak, only making choked sounds in his throat. His eyes pleaded with me as he gestured weakly toward my phone. I held it up. "You want me to call for help?" He blinked. I studied the wound. Right in the spleen. That's the spot I'd studied every time I saw Liam. I smiled slowly. "Okay, just wait. I'll save you." I dialed at a snail's pace, making small talk. "You've been outstanding since you were little. It gave me such a headache. My mom used to burn me with the fireplace tongs because of you." Liam's gaze grew distant. Charlie kept screaming. I leaned close and whispered one last thing in his ear. "It took a lot of effort to find someone to get you hooked." Liam gasped sharply, his eyes locking on mine. But it was too late. He could exhale but not inhale again. When the dispatcher answered, I calmly gave our location and smiled to myself. It wasn't for nothing I'd spent years in those grimy bars. Even someone as plain as me got assaulted more than once. I paid a high price to find a pretty addict desperate for money, offered her $1,000 a month, and she was more than willing to drag Liam down with her. That girl, like Charlie, was beautiful and knew how to attract men. She had Liam completely wrapped around her finger.
Too bad she died young.